Hi, I'm just popping in for a quick Friday night reflection. I want to say Friday night light because I have this crazy light over my shoulder, but no time for lighting issues. So I just want to share something that really helped me today. I've had this theme of freedom that has been just repeating itself incessantly it's been over the last year, but in my meditation particularly, I always have a part of the meditation where I ask a spirit guide for a message, and it's always like freedom, like freedom awaits with this, or freedom then is on the other side of this. Like it's just always, the sentence always starts with that word, and I was getting kind of fed up. And also the number 5 keeps popping up, which has to do with freedom. So anyway, I did something I always tell my clients to do, which is the self-interviewing process. And so I basically wrote a kind of a journaling, and I asked myself, okay, what is this issue of freedom that keeps coming up? And I got a message, I got an answer, and then I said, okay, well, what, is this asking of me? What do I need, in order to reach this freedom that keeps being hinted to? I got an answer, and a lot of it had to do with just like untangling myself from expectations and being more spontaneous, not being afraid to just kind of like go with the thoughts that popped into my head and see where they took me, and kind of more follow my impulses with a bit more spontaneity, and just sort of trusting that the thoughts were there for a reason, and believing in the magic of my life, that if I'm thinking about something, if I feel called to do something, to trust that and to lean into that, and not to rely too much on what I think I should be doing, and like a more structured approach. And I do need structure for a morning routine, but I also find I benefit from being in a state of flow. It just suits really well who I am. So I was doing that, and I felt really empowered after the interviewing. I felt really like, yeah, that's it. I just got to do that. And I was walking my dog, and I felt overcome with emotion, and I felt depression. I felt like I thought it was depression. I just felt really sad and confused, and my mind was seeking explanations. Is it less sunlight? Is it the cold weather? Is it I've been having more sugar? I'm having just a down. Is it these restrictions in Montreal where we can't see anybody and we have to stay home, and I'm just missing, like more full life in society? And I called some people, and they didn't answer, so I ended up calling a friend of mine, and she just told me that I just need to be with the emotion, that I don't need to understand it or fix it or find a solution or try and remedy it and make sense of it. And so I just continued my walk, and I ended up on the mountain, and my phone died, which I consider a blessing. And I felt better already from talking to her, but I just lay in the grass with my dog, and I just let the feeling be. I didn't try to make sense of it. And instead of self-diagnosing, oh, you're depressed and this is your history and it's because of this, I just trusted the emotion, and without an agenda and without trying to bring it anywhere else than where it was. I felt so free. I felt so invigorated, not trying to get just to the next step, and not trying to move on and rush the emotion. Like, come on, like, emotion, what do you want from me? Let me tell me what you want me to do and I'll fix it. I just let it be. And then I continued the walk, and I had the most empowering walk. I felt like a child in nature. Everything looked different. The spatial awareness, the configuration of trees and the sky and birds and leaves moving. And it was like everything was communicating to me. It was like a magical realism. I felt totally in a state of rapture and real joy and excitement and magic. And I couldn't believe the simplicity of just letting myself feel how profound of an impact that has, and how much of my life has been a way to avoid uncomfortable feelings and just sitting with them and not questioning them and not trying to fix them and not trying to make sense of them, just letting them be and trusting them and respecting them the way I would have thought, or an idea or an instinct even. So emotions, feelings, freedom is, letting them exist and trusting when they arise and they have their own logic. And by not trying to control or steer, I was really liberated. So it's Freedom Fridays. Feels really fitting, this subject. And this really happened to me today. So if there's uncomfortable feelings, like, yes, it can be COVID. Yes, it can be so many different factors that your mind is scrambling to ascribe to it. But it could also be work of healing that you've been doing on yourself. And there's just layers of the onion that are being peeled off. And there's things that need to be felt. And you don't always have to understand why. But trust the wisdom of your heart and soul and body and being. And if that's what you need to feel, just sit with it. You don't need to express it in writing. You don't need to express it in art. You don't need to take it out in house cleaning. Just sit there and let it be and see what magic can happen. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Happy Halloween. And I'll have some more fun updates on Halloween soon.